Alright, we are here today to bring you some very special and interesting comics, as usual. But perhaps even more so on the interesting side today. Interesting for us is this came in 2 boxes. I'm not sure what this little box is right here, so we're going to open that first and see what is going on. One book. I don't know if this is part of this order or if this is something else entirely. Yeah, this is just part of this order, so, you know, we've all seen that before, but pretty fun book still. Let's get into some more interesting stuff. So, we spent a lot of time the last couple of years trying to track down some foreign variants of key issues and things like that. And, you know, most of you know I spent a lot of time in Japan, have a lot of Japanese connections to get beautiful things like that. You know, and these are also not just comics, but they have crazy stuff like photos of conventions from the 70s and just chock full of great stuff. And Japanese Spawn. Now, I'm curious as to why CGC will sometimes grade these with the obies and sometimes they will remove the obies for grading. It would be nice to see some consistency on their part in whether or not they are grading an obi on a Japanese book. It's hard to know whether to send them in with the books or not. Same here. This would have originally had an obi, which is probably in this box somewhere, or maybe we just took it off before we sent them because they just don't seem to grade them with obis very often. Ah, there's a cool one. Probably one of the most iconic comic book covers of the 80s, which launched, you know, millions of childhoods. Evil vs. Predator. I feel like both Alien and Predator stuff has been pretty undervalued for a long time once they start putting out some good movies again, which we have the potential for with that new Prey film. You can see those heating up, I think. X-Men. I always get confused and think that's the first appearance of Alien, but it is not. And that show looks fun, so let's hope this book does well. Goth kids and weirdos love this stuff. More cool Japanese stuff. Classic Kirby Black Panther. You never go wrong with either of those fellas. Some rando first appearance of Frankie Ray. Does anybody know who Frankie Ray is? I don't know. Ooh, look at that. That is a low grade, but how cool is that? Swedish Transformers #1. It's got that cool like Sankiewicz cover, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. I never am sure on that name, but God, genius artist. Oh, another foreign variant of an iconic cover. That is the Star Wars #68. It's a classic Boba Fett cover, but you know, most people are too busy judging book by covers. What most people don't know is inside of that Star Wars #68 is a beautiful 2-page splash of, you know, probably one of the coolest pieces of Mandalorian comic art ever created. And it does not get better than that, ever. This is during the wonderful trend of gorillas and other primates having assorted superpowers and wreaking havoc on this world and others, and this one got them all. Super Friends. Oh my god. Super Drunk Tony Stark. Miss Marvel, first appearance of Mystique. I don't know if that's like some squiddy tentacle porn with her or what's going on, but you know, whatever. I guess people like that. And Doctor Strange, star of some films. And that's everything. Pretty excited to get all these foreign variants in. Some of these we will be selling in the near future, and some we will not. So keep an eye out and see what happens.